Welcome back to the best shaped state of Michigan. My name is Costa. I garden in Zone 6B in Macomb Township, Michigan. We're a suburb of Detroit. And today I'm going to show you my 3 favorite plants that I have growing in my garden. All right, my first one that I always start off with right here is Amsonia. And these the first cluster here towards me, those are all halfway to Arkansas. And I have 4 of those. So it's 3 here and the 1 here. I didn't really do too well when I transplanted them in the spring. I thought I had it planned out a little bit better. Plus I did think all 5 of them were the same. And then the one in the front here, this one is Midway to Montana. So it gets about half as tall. This one gets about 9 inches tall or so, 9 to 12 inches. And these get about like 18 to like 20 inches, something like that. The little Midway to Montana has been this golden yellow for about a month now. And these halfway to Arkansas, I'm afraid to say I don't think they're going to get their fall color this year. I think they might have had too much shade. They used to be over here and they got a lot more sun. And I moved them in April and I think they just got too much shade here. And then we just did have our big heavy snowfall earlier this week and they got weighted down by some pretty heavy icy snow. So you're seeing some broken branches here. I just pruned a couple off, but I missed some. So halfway to Arkansas and Midway to Montana, I know there are a bunch more that are more popular. I believe it's like Amsonia hubertii. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly. That seems to be the most common popular one. And I think that one might actually be native. I'm not sure if they're all native, but that one seems to be the one that shows up the most. So Amsonia, I love these. If you're looking to plant these in your area, if you're anywhere where I am, like in Michigan or Zone 6B, definitely try to get them more sun. So moving right along, and this has quickly become one of my top 3 favorite plants, and this is Euphorbia, Ascot Rainbow Euphorbia. And if you don't have any luck searching for Euphorbia, or if you're finding cactus, that's because there's like a cactus named Euphorbia that seems to be the most common result you're going to find in search results. So try searching for Cushion Spurge or Euphorbia Spurge. I've had the most luck when I've done searches for those, or even try all the names together. So, and then once you start learning the names, like for instance, this is Ascot Rainbow, you'll find more and more results. So this one now, I'm pretty sure is not 100% Ascot Rainbow. I think that this is either 2 or 3 plants. So the left here, Ascot Rainbow for sure. The part here that is just solid chartreuse, I believe is something completely different. And then the part here that looks like a solid bluish green, I believe that is something different. I'm not sure because I'm pretty unfamiliar with this plant overall, other than what I can see online. So I'm hoping to learn more about these in person. There's one, I believe it's called like Glacier Blue, that's got almost similar to this globe spruce behind it, where it's got that more of a blue color to it, or even the Cool As Ice Fescue right back here. I'm going to show you my other Ascot Rainbow Euphorbia, and that one is right here. This one looks more true to being 100% Ascot Rainbow Euphorbia, although this little part here does have a little bit more of the solid color. And actually, when I did some digging here, this one really got weighted down by the snow. It was actually flopped over to the cement here. It does look like these are 2 completely different plants here at the base that got into the same pot somehow. So, yeah, I'm not sure. One thing I did want to mention, since now I'm going to be talking more about pruning, because I was thinking about cutting these, I did find in the video that these are toxic. So they can be toxic to people and animals. And I had in the past a Ficus benjamina bonsai, and that was very similar in the way it acted, that it would secrete like a milky substance, like a white, it almost looked like white Elmer's glue coming out of it. So when you trim the branches, it's not going to like squirt out at you or gush out at you, but it'll like be a slow drip, or like if you got it on your pruners and then got it on your fingers, or if you get it on your skin, it could cause irritation and itching. It could cause a little bit of burning and bumping. And depending if you're more sensitive than others, I tend to be on the more sensitive side to all that kind of stuff and smells. Even the globe spruce bothers my skin. The gold juniper here bothers my skin just touching it. So I'm pretty sensitive to all that stuff. So for sure, not only would you want to wear hand protection and glove protection and like long sleeves and pants, like you definitely want to have your skin colored, but for sure make sure you have your eyes covered. You do not want to get that in your eyes. From the couple videos I saw talking about this and then the research I've done, if you get it in your skin, you can wash it off and more than likely you're going to be fine. It's not going to be that big of an issue. But if you were to get it in your eyes, you could be dealing with a much more serious situation. And then I'm going to get over to the third of my top 3 plants here. And that is going to be Cool As Ice Fescue. And I have 5 of them. So I have 2 of the Euphorbias, I have 5 of the Amsonias, and I have 5 of the Cool As Ice Fescues. I'm definitely going to be looking to buy more varieties of Amsonias, more varieties of the Euphorbias. But this Cool As Ice Fescue is a workhorse. It's a rock star. I don't think that you can, if you're looking to add blue and you're not looking to do the blue spruce, or you don't want to go with something like the Artemisia here, that's Powys Castle there. They're so underrated. Like, you're going to get that blue 100%. Here's the other 3, 4, and 5. And just to show you in contrast, these are Elijah Blue Fescue. These are definitely a more blue-green than I could tell. And they definitely bronze a lot more on the tips. And that hasn't really gone away. Each year they get more brown and brown, and then the bottom of them gets like shaggier and shaggier. And this one here on the corner, I trimmed down earlier in the spring just to see if that would help get rid of the brown and have it like kind of like flush out with all color, and that didn't do it. So these are Elijah Blue Fescues, not what I'm talking about. Look at these Cool As Ice though, especially at the front of the border. And then these are, granted I planted the stuff here too close together, but these are the other 2 here. So if you're looking for pops of blue, I love these. I was looking for these for about 2 years before I finally found them. I mentioned in another video that I found these, I learned about these from Sydney Dorman in Oklahoma, and she bought Lynda Vater's previous house. And it was just one of those things where the one day I was just like, hey, wait a minute, this is a different person out at Lynda's house. And I just still followed hers because I could tell that I was enjoying what she was doing, and I enjoy both of their styles. So Lynda Vater, and she's at her new cottage house, and then Sydney Dorman is at Lynda's old English Tudor house. And I just have a soft spot for English Tudors and mid-century modern houses, so that's a bonus. But I always just want to give a shout out to people when I learn plants from them. So these Cool As Ice Fescues were on my radar for, like I said, about 2 years, and then I found them twice this year. So these 2 here I actually found second. I found these at Lowe's, and these are Monrovias. And then the first 3 here I found at Tully's Greenhouse in Shelby. And I seriously almost bought the entire flat of them when I saw them. I was so excited. Yeah, I don't really have much more to say. I just wanted to keep it short and do a quick video to say, like, these are my 3 favorite plants and why I like them. It's not surprising. I mean, I love Japanese maples and conifers. I just don't have much to show here right now. Again, I've talked a lot. We really want to move. We've been looking to move for a couple years now. We just haven't found the house, and we don't want to move just because of the way things are right now. Not necessarily want to get more property. That would be nice if it worked out. Just want something that we really want, a house with character and like architectural value, instead of just kind of the box that we've been in for the past 18 years. So anyways, that's the story on that. So one last recap: Cool As Ice Fescues. I know that it's just a grass, but it does so much for you in the landscape. And like I said, it's a workhorse. You don't really have to do anything to it. Now back to these Amsonias. I'm not going to cut these down till the spring, and more than likely they're going to lose all their little leaves. If not all of them, they'll lose almost all of them, and then I'll just trim them probably about 4 inches from the ground or so in the spring. And depending on where I'm at mentally in the spring, maybe I'll move them to get more sun again. And then again, here is one of my Ascot Rainbow Euphorbias, another Cool As Ice, and then here is my other Euphorbia. So again, don't forget, if you're looking up for Ascot Rainbow Euphorbia or Euphorbias in general for a perennial for your garden, you might have better luck looking up Euphorbia Spurge or Euphorbia Cushion Spurge or just Cushion Spurge. And then for sure, at least Ascot Rainbow is one of the varieties. This is what you're looking at here. And I've since found like 4 or 5 others. I think, like I said, one is like Glacier Blue. But that's it. I just wanted to wrap it up with these, just to give a little bit more highlight to what I have going on here in the garden. I know it's not much, but it's mine and I enjoy it. And by the way, today is Friday, November 14th, right? Yeah, Friday, November 14th, and it is 5 o'clock and it is time to feed Willow. So that means that is the end of this video. And all right, so that's going to wrap it up here. Thanks for watching this video about my top 3 plants in my garden. I would love to learn about your top 3 plants in your garden, especially if you're in Zone 6B, if you're in Macomb, if you're in Michigan, if you're in the Midwest states, or if you're in an area like me. I'm jealous of the Pacific Northwest and Oregon and Washington State. You guys seem to have the most ideal climate that I can imagine, and it would probably be good for my arthritic bones over here too. So getting older, not looking forward to the winter. So anyways, that's going to wrap it up here from Michigan. I'm not sure how much more content I'm going to have in terms of lawn or garden stuff. Like I said, we just had our first snow a couple days ago. This all bounced back from getting pummeled by snow, and this is how it's looking right now. So again, thanks for watching and checking out my video here. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks.